Also said at the time that when Ciara would go out maybe to visit a neighbour for a cup of tea, the children would arrive around and say, no, Daddy wanted her back in the house. So there seemed to be an element of control there.
You know, he never was a bully or domineering man. He lived for his family, he loved his family.
Reluctant to acknowledge that Adrian might possibly have killed his family or himself, his mother asserts that he did have serious financial worries.
When Adrian come looking to me for 50,000, I said to him I hadn't got it. I hadn't a hope in hell of having it. And they threatened Ciara and the children, threatened to kill me, and I said, well, sure, I'll go to the guards for you then. He said, no, ma'am, no one planning to happen you either. I don't think it's so much what Adrian done. It's what someone else done. Guards did ask me already, did I know any names of who the money went for? I don't, and I don't want to know. When they said there was no one else who got, but till my dying day, I won't change my mind about it.
Little is known about the events that unfolded inside the home of Adrian and Ciara Dunn on the weekend of the 21st and 22nd of April 2007. But one person had reason to be concerned when she met Adrian, Ciara and the children on that fateful Friday. On Friday, the 20th of April 2007, when a local health nurse came to see Ciara and Adrian Dunn's daughters at their home in Monageer, County Wexford, all seemed well. But by that afternoon, Ciara and Adrian were instructing a funeral director about their last wishes. The crucial question is, would Ciara have attended this meeting if she was fully aware of Adrian's intentions?
When they arrived at Cooney's undertaker's, alarm bells began to ring with Joanne Cooney, because this father, Adrian, who was only 29, Ciara was 27, and their two little children were 5 and 3, yet they were giving specific directions for funerals for the whole family. They requested that if the children were under 6 years of age when they died, they were to be buried, Leanne with her father and Shania with her mother.
Amongst the requests was that Adrian be buried in his Liverpool jersey, that the children should be buried in specific coffins wearing Liverpool jerseys and Dora the Explorer jeans. Adrian also wanted You Never Walk Alone and the Guns N' Roses version of Stairway to Heaven played at his funeral.
They said that they wanted a heart-shaped headstone to go on the grave with the Liverpool crest. It was eerie, to say the least.
They explained the story away by saying that they were going over to England to see a football match, so they wanted to make sure that if they were to die in a car crash, their wishes could be taken care of.
The Gardaí contacted Father Richard Redmond, and he visited the family in Monageer, and he spent about 2 hours with them on the Friday night.
The local parish priest contacted Gardaí. Gardaí agreed that it was a very serious situation and contacted the HSC requesting that a social worker immediately visited Dunn's. They were informed that this wasn't possible because it was over the weekend. An appointment was made for Monday where the guards and a social worker would go and check up on the Dunn's.
The Gardaí carried out patrols of the estate over the weekend, but nobody entered the house or spoke to the family from the Gardaí or the health services.
On Monday the 23rd of April, Gardaí and a HSC social worker went to the Dunn home in Monageer and knocked on the door. There was nobody present and there was no sign of life. The curtains were drawn and the windows were closed. Gardaí immediately became suspicious and forced their way into the house.
Adrian, he was found hanging in the hallway, and Ciara and Leanne and Shania were all in the sitting room, dead.
My best friend, he actually called me